You know, the coronavirus has had a lot of unintended consequences for a lot of people in business. Now, we know the airlines right now is struggling. We know that. But the airlines themselves got bailed out or got some money from the federal government. But a lot of people's business have been surrounded around travel. And the travel that's suffering and everything, people who have created travel companies, you know, they're not getting nothing. So imagine every month or every 2 weeks, you're getting income coming in because you're hosting groups, you're bringing groups to different places. And then it goes from doing that to now nothing. And things are shut down for a little while. No one fully knows, especially international travel, when that'll start again. Okay. And they're saying a lot of black travel companies are really, really suffering to the point some of them is actually, you know, going out of business, unfortunately. So because people have a hesitation to travel and, you know, the bans also prohibit global excursions. So there's one sister named Avita Robinson. She said that when 45 had his press conference telling everybody from abroad to get home, he said, we were literally walking into the Taj Mahal. He said, and we were in Agra, India, and I had about a group of 45 Nomadness members on our biggest trip. It said through her company, it said Robinson provides a digital community from black and brown travelers from all over the world. It said Nomadness Travel Tribe's largest event, Audacity, is scheduled to bring over 1,000 people to New York this summer. It's now postponed as a result of the coronavirus. It said Robinson had also transformed the event into a digital mixer with the first Audacity Digi taking place May 30th, 2020. Now, it said while she was able to pivot online, others in the industry, they say, are not as lucky. They say for hosts who list their properties as popular homestays, sharing app Airbnb, they say the halt in travel means a halt in reservations and a halt in profits. They say cancellations, they were saying, have been through the roof. They really have no bookings right now. One woman by the name of Morgan Richard, they say she hosts an Airbnb in New Orleans along with her mother. Now, I say the mother-daughter duo also decided to enter the world of hospitality, so the matriarch will no longer have to go work for these folks. So since, you know, the coronavirus, the reservation has dramatically shifted. They said leaving the family with a minimal income. Now, they were saying that figures reported show black travelers have grown in economic value throughout the past decade. So it said from 2010 to 2018, spending power has increased from 48 billion to 63 billion for African Americans on the move. That's a lot of money. It lets you know that we are moving around. And definitely from, you know, even just from 2018 to 2020, we were doing a lot of moving around. And that's good to see the black community within the United States getting into traveling. That is an awesome thing. And I love that. I hate to hear a black person spend their whole freaking life on their block or their neighborhood and never left and never even seen their own state or definitely some other country. I hate to hear that. Now, they were saying that they having to try to create new things and having to postpone. But they said that Maxine Waters came out and saying that she believes that, you know, basically they need assistance, these travel companies, which I would think they would possibly be able to get some money through the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, they said that throughout their life, they never knew they would have, you know, this kind of situation. It's an inequality, also regulated by minority depository institutions where they can't get certain amounts of money as well. But yeah, it's hard out here for the travel companies. It really is. And, you know, we have, you know, scheduled travel events we're supposed to have this year for South Africa, which was supposed to be in September, and then Kenya, supposed to be in October. Now, from what I'm hearing, you know, I'm not going to put fully things out, but, you know, those trips aren't canceled as of right now. From what, you know, I've been, you know, informed, if anything was to cancel, I'll push back because I'll let you guys know. But we definitely know there's about 13 people for sure signed up for the Kenya trip as of right now, which is good. And like I said, I can't wait to get back to the continent. Y'all know how I feel. I love it out there. I love it, love it, love it. And it'll be a 2-week trip. So we just want to see what, you know, of course, what Kenya's going to do or South Africa's going to do. You know, we definitely want to see that. And definitely the South Africa trip was almost, completely, sold out with people. So, everybody was definitely ready to go. And I'm getting more messages from people asking me the questions about those trips. Like, hey, Phil, those trips still gonna happen? What's gonna go on? 'Cause I want to go and this and that. Now, I would say still contact the travel companies. I put the links always in the description box. Contact them, ask them, because this is what I'm hearing. Like I said, definitely Kenya should be good to go. But if anything happened, they probably would have to push it back to at least December or something like that. But we just keeping our ears open. Trust me, the moment that they say international travel is open back up, you better believe I'm making a video, because I needed to open back up. I got to get out of here and get my sanity clear. But leave me a comment, let me know anything about the black travel companies and what they're dealing with in business. I understand black businesses are suffering during this time. That's why we always got to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, don't put all our eggs in one basket. Be involved in multiple things. Even if you're doing travel, be involved in multiple ways you could travel. That way, if it's something local, if it's something international, something right here in the U.S., whatever business you may be, like I'm involved in definitely media, but it's more, forms to it than just one thing. So we definitely got to make sure that we diversify, for sure, especially even in the travel industry.